All right, not to ignore the elephant in the room. These two yellow plates, yes, they're going to get switched to white. Eventually. Maybe it's this week I'll finish painting my bedroom, which got started like, I don't know, 2 years ago. Okay. The business of today is decluttering fantasy items, and I'm going to do an office declutter. I've done plenty of them in the past. It's just something that always needs to be done. And by the way, these got dried on the regular setting, and I'm really hoping they're not shrunk. This, as well as this sweatshirt. I've been mostly wearing sweatshirts all winter. I'm getting back to the office, but this, although it looks pretty big still, I think we're okay. All right, anyway, back to my office. I'm actually doing an office declutter, but I have found that this is a great place to start and to tell you about the video, because then I am literally multitasking, and then the laundry is all folded, and the project I'm about to do ends up getting done. So I am decluttering my office, and there is something in my office that takes up nearly all of my storage space. I asked you if I should declutter it, and I should know better than that. Because every time I ask you if I should declutter something, everybody says yes. No, this is actually a good thing. And I have thought long and hard about it. I wouldn't be getting rid of it. So I'm going to tell you the story. Here's the story. The story is, I heard about Cricuts, the Cricut cutting machine, from YouTube, seeing other creators use it on YouTube. And I wanted it. One of my daughters wanted it. I knew I couldn't afford it. I started praying that God would provide me with a Cricut. And I really felt like it would be through YouTube, even though small creators don't get Cricut. So lo and behold, after a couple of months of praying, Cricut reached out to me. I get an email asking me to do a sponsored video. And I'm telling you what, when you work with a company like that, they are awesome to work with. And I will never have regrets for doing that video. But they sent me everything you're going to see, except for there's a holder that I put the rolls in. Everything you're going to see, they gave me for free. And they paid me. Honestly, it was the first paid collaboration. I've only done a few. Now it's a lot harder to get those, and everybody just wants you to get the free product, which you're going to see some of that coming up in the future months, weeks, probably in February. There's a couple of things that I do honestly want, so I thought, well, if I want it, maybe somebody else does too. But anyway, I digress. They literally sent me everything. And I remember when I made the video with the Cricut, one of the comments I got was, I always see these creators getting Cricuts and all they do with them is make labels. Well, there's a reason for that. When I did it, they told me I had to pick something super simple because I was new to the Cricut. And honestly, it's not a good video if you mess something up, and maybe they want to show it as something that's easy to use. So either way, I made a couple of labels for that video. We did have some fun doing labels on water bottles, and one of my daughters did do some clothing. And the thing is, though, the Cricut design, you don't have to use the Cricut design, but if you do, you pay monthly to get their designs and their fonts and all those things. So I have been paying monthly, and I'm not saying it's a lot, but when you consider how many months you're paying for it, and if you're not using it, which I have not been using it, and I have not cut that off because I always think I'm going to use it. I wanted to use it for t-shirts, especially like for my grandkids and stuff. I thought it'd be so neat. This is going to power me for my declutter here, this coffee. It's a blueberry cobbler, New England. Anyway. And then I wanted to create stickers. I had my daughter, who's an artist, create designs, like what you see at the beginning and ends of my videos. She even did some cat and dog stuff. And you import the designs into Cricut Design, and then supposedly you can do a sticker. But I always had a hard time with the Cricut knowing the boundary of the sticker. oh, the formatting was just a nightmare. And I even paid to take a class. What a waste that was. Or maybe it was a free class. Maybe I took a free class, but it was just an advertisement for a paid class or something like that. It kind of annoyed me, whatever it was. And I just thought, I'm never going to be able to do this. My daughter and I, and my oldest Rachel, we spent hours trying to figure out the whole sticker thing. I would have to cut them out myself. Well, what is the point of having a Cricut cutter if I'm cutting them out myself? So it didn't work. And I have never given up on the idea, but I have come to realize, I had said in a video, and other people remember, that if I didn't use it by December, because the Christmas presents, right, I was going to get rid of it. I did not use it by December. And now I've hemmed and hawed through 2 weeks of January. So we're going to declutter and organize my office. We'll see how much energy I have, which is why I've got this nice coffee here. Sunday afternoons, I don't tend to be a high energy person, but you never know. You never know. But we're going to go declutter. We're going to start with the Cricut, and I'm going to need your help. I'll let you know what I need your help with. Let's go get at it. So the first thing I want to do is to dust it. I have heard from so many of you that you had a Cricut too and decided to get rid of it as well. So I know I'm not alone. This is the Cricut Explore 3, I think it's called. So I'm going to start putting all the Cricut stuff on a couch so I can show you everything I have. Then this I want to share. When Leo was little, he chewed on it, and so I had to cover it with electrical tape. Can you see bite marks? So I wouldn't feel comfortable taking any money for this, which is the heat press for when you're making like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. This is super dusty. I need some cleaner too. Someone was drinking soda or something. This is the holder I got at like either Joann's or Michael's that has all the different rolls that I own, which I have not bought any. I have this, but it's a great paper cutter. I'm going to keep this. This goes with the Cricut. I need to go through my washi tapes. I'm keeping my cards. These have been decluttered, although that's not actually true. These, I never use these, and I would probably use a more decorative one, but I'm going to keep the envelopes because I would use the envelopes maybe. So these are going. Journals. Oh boy. Yeah, these I need to keep. This I need to go through at some point. Oh, I didn't know I had one of these. Alright, so I need to go through this and just see if I want what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. So that I need to set aside. I love this cover. I got it on Amazon. This is part of the Cricut. And these are papers, like cardstock and such. So this, I feel like we'll use, but I might be able to move that into the drawer where we keep computer paper. And then I'll have my husband check this, but I believe these are all cords for the Cricut. Yep, Cricut. And I'm pretty sure this is a Cricut cord. then that's for planner, and then that's for you too, so that's staying. Dead bugs, I might want to vacuum that out. This is too heavy, so this will go with the other one behind here. And then I think what I'll do is keep the microphone up top and put everything else on the bottom. I never ever use these. I should keep one because I should cover them when they're in my pocketbook, which I don't. All my reading glasses. Oh wow, I've never even used those. Oh, you know what? Blue light filter 2.75. All right, I guess I'll keep those. Not a big fan of the blue light filter. These I'm keeping. I wanted to, oh, this book I bought. She had a very depressing life. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to declutter this book. It just made me sad. An old tea bag. I guess I can get rid of that. But these journals, I want to create files in my Google for this stuff instead of writing. I don't know. I love to write, so I don't know what I'm going to do here. This goes. But for now, I'll keep these. These I never use. It's just not how I advertise my business. These are just little paperworks for just little electronics I have from Apple. These are some Post-it notes that I'll put with my other Post-it notes. So these I'm getting rid of. The boxes I'm getting rid of. I gotta ask my husband what this went to. I don't even remember. But if it went to my, it's too small. Oh, you know what it was? It was that I bought the wrong size. So I can actually donate this because somebody can use it. I just bought the wrong thing and I never returned it. I could try to return it and see if they'll take it. Either way, I don't need it. This can go in the trash. This is for lens cleaning. I need to keep that. These are spare reading glasses, which I do keep. And then all my little Post-it notes, which I have a bag full. And then this is washi tape, which should go with my washi tapes. Here's my washies. All right, so I'm going to put these right where they go now. Completing the cycle so I don't get burned out and then I have a big mess. All right, so here are some trash. And then this will be donations. So I need a donate box. I don't have a donate box. This is a great size box. It's not too big. It's not going to get overly heavy. I don't think I'm going to have a ton of items. So what I do is I keep it by the door and I can be adding to it as I'm going through things. So perfect, perfect. Oh! This is our upstairs bathroom flooring. All right, so I decided to go through the items here. Good. That's trash. It is time to start getting receipts together for my taxes. And I need to file things. This is file. And then starting an envelope for next year's taxes. And then, Julie, this is your letter, and I want to answer it. This was an old devotional I wrote. I don't need. Okay, these were for filing. This is a bill. I need to make sure my husband paid. Oh, I could probably handle that. A couple pictures. More things from my husband. Ow. Lowe's oh, my Whirlpool oven. This I need to show my husband. See if we want extended warranty on our oven. Trash. Labels. Put those where I can take them to the basement. And this is my husband's. Mail, and more mail. As you guys get older, do your hands just like randomly split open? But I just got a paper cut right in between my fingers. All right, so these two pictures need to go in the basement. That I need. And then this is all Post-it notes and flashcards. So add my other ones to it. These sunglasses I'm getting rid of because they're warped. Or at least they seem to be to me. Checkbook goes with checkbooks. This is the planner I used last year and I did really love it. It was created by a YouTuber. And there's some things that I used and things I didn't. So I'm just going to go through quickly. It's self-dating. This I can get rid of. This was I did the Bible in 90-day reading plan. Get rid of that because it's online, so I don't need it. So some of this stuff is blank. And I did really love it. But I don't need the parts I already use that are not things to keep. You know, it's just not anything I need to use. This was when I was feeling very, very organized, I will admit. And I was really trying to get my Optavia business growing. Oh, this was where I was doing a Bible verse every day. That was such a great idea I had. All right. So I'm going to keep that. If I have any months at the end, then I'll keep those. Where it is See, like I wouldn't normally keep Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but because on the other side it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will keep that. So that's as far as I went in that one. And then my financial planner. What a failure I was planning my finances. I did do good for several months, like writing my bills down. So it's not like I would never use it again. And then these jars, I like covered up the dollar signs and stuff, and I use it for weight loss. So I could do that again. Lord knows I need new motivation. This will probably be on the chopping block at some point. But yeah, see, I did kind of use these months. So. I tried to make my own. It was a lot harder to format this stuff than it looks. I wonder if you get special programs that help you with that, rather than doing it yourself. I'm very curious. This was some stuff I printed out. Let's see. I'm going to keep these so I can read through them again. I remember there was good advice there. Oh yeah, this was for YouTube. I will use this because I only use January 2nd and January 7th. Now that I won't be using again. But I do want that. So... Again, wasn't I so organized for a few months, and then it all fell apart, as it does. Okay. And then brain dump, I will keep this. This is good stuff. Okay. Notes and such. I wouldn't get rid of that till I took a very close look. And then my why to losing weight, some budget stuff, which I could refer to again. That I don't need. All right, so I'm going to keep this. If nothing else, I would always keep this cover because I loved it. Anytime I want an 8.5 by 11 planner, which I'm using now, but I have the one that came with the planner. Either way. So this was in a drawer, and that is empty. So... These things are out because I don't want to forget about them. So I'm just going to wait and just enjoy that that's empty. This was trash. I hope you don't mind me externally processing a little reader. All right, so I like to keep extra reading glasses here. That goes back where it was. This for now is just going to be right here. The question is, for my comment section, would you sell this? I would count that as remnants. I mean, there are some that are full rolls, but I don't know which ones, so I would count it as remnants. My issue is this. And even on the other cord, there are some very light teeth marks. So I feel like it's still usable. But whether or not it's sellable, that's the question. I need to get rid of it because it is Fantasy Karen, and it's just starting to make me feel bad that I'm not using it. And I'm not going to use it. And quite honestly, I am getting really sick of all of the things I have. And I really want to have not a minimalist home, but a more minimalistic home. Let me know your thoughts. Would you sell it? What parts would you sell? Can people get replacement cords? I don't even know. Or would you just give it away to a friend that you know would love it? See, my daughter Rachel wanted to get into quilting, and years ago I got rid of my quilting stuff because that was Fantasy Karen. I knew I was over it. I've done quite a few quilts, but I knew it was not the season that I was going to be doing quilting. So I got, plus my quilting mats were all like warped and stuff, you know, and you get to the point where your cutter is dull, and it just was time. So I would like to get some stuff so she could learn to quilt, and I can definitely teach her to quilt. And I'd like to get my sewing machine refurbished. So that's what I would use the money for if I did sell it. So let me know what you think in the comment section. This is pretty full. I like to use smaller bags when I'm decluttering. It just makes it easier. Washi tapes. I have washi tapes here. I have off-season washi tapes here. I love me some washi tape. So I do need to pull out ones I don't think I'll use, but I've done this before.
So I might not actually have that many that I want to get rid of. This one I don't really use. This one's almost gone anyway. I really kind of like these. I think I might get tough with myself with the seasonal washies. I'm kind of over the butterflies, I think. And I might just get rid of these. If I really need them again, they're not like $1 million. But I'd love to just have what fits in here. This one I could get rid of too. You could also donate these to nursing homes where they do crafts, or schools. You know, teachers might use these in the classroom. I'm going to get rid of this one as well. All right. I'm going to get tough on myself. I'm going to get rid of my seasonable washies. Seasoned washies. Just going to do it. It's the mood I'm in. I might regret it. I might not. These are pretty inexpensive. I got them on Amazon. I'm not seeing any that I would be so sad that I didn't have, to be honest. So I do feel like it's time. Maybe I'll put these on the spools eventually. I don't know. Maybe as I get less of a stock. I've just not been as into it. I could get rid of the bicycle, actually. This little green one. And this one. Here's what I'm keeping. And here's what I'm getting rid of. They go right in here. So I'm feeling good about these drawers. Like, that's basically an empty drawer. You know, that's an empty drawer. That, not much in there. Not much in there. Is my current prayer journal. This I bought, I haven't even opened. I bought it months ago. This is to do the envelope system. Like the Dave Ramsey envelope system. And I really want to do it. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm not used to paying in cash. I'm used to using my cards. So I'm just trying to figure this out, but I don't want to give up on it yet. But definitely, if I haven't used this by December, this can go. This was broken, I believe. That's why it's here. These are receipts. Oh, wireless in ear. Okay, I gotta keep that. This is a budget journal. It's got like stuff we need. Okay, this is all stuff we need. And I always put the prayer journal on top, even though it is bigger. And there's wrapping paper here. So then these are clips that you put labels on, which this might go with, so I'll keep that in here. And then under here I have receipts that I needed to keep for taxes, so I'm going to take those out. I'm going to be gathering tax stuff here soon. So I'm going to put them in my bill drawer and just let them stay there. This is kind of dirty. This is all stuff I need, except for this should go down with my craft stuff. So here is the declutter. Not bad for such a small space. Now I just want to clean this because it's nasty. And then on this wall, I noticed this blue mark as well as this here. So I'm just going to spot clean that real quick too. So this afternoon, Robin went on a ferry boat off the coast of Portland to Peaks Island. And I like to do that when it's warmer. But it was like, you know, on land it's 24 degrees. I was like, I'm not that strong. I'd like to do it when it's warm. But he's been sending me pictures this whole time. My phone's been a buzzing. And so as soon as I get done with the wall here, I will show some of those pictures for you so you can see. It was a beautiful, clear day off the coast of Maine. Man, is this grimy. So I will definitely show you those. So I'm using my Sprayway glass cleaner. It is my favorite glass cleaner. I don't love the smell of it, but I do love how easy it works. And then on the wall, I use Zep, which I got on Amazon, which is a really good wall cleaner. As a reminder, it's these blue marks, which I'm wondering if it came from the couch. I don't get it. I'm wondering if the paint came off. No, it didn't. It's coming off. All right, this stuff, so good. All gone. Wow. Things I should have done before. It's amazing how fast these things that bug me. 5 minutes. And then I have a perfectly white wall. I mean, this was just painted this year. Whoa. Whoa. It's like deep clean. Yep.
What was that red? Don't even so, because that's the
There was like this blue stripe across this wall. I think it was from the couch, but I can't really figure out why or how. This just goes to show that just because you prayed for something and God graciously gave it to you doesn't mean you have to keep it forever. It's just another area of clutter that can be hard to get rid of. So I made like a brainstorm list of other fantasy Karen things to declutter. So one was to go through my sewing stuff. I have threads in there that are over 30 years old. So how good could a thread be if it's been sitting there for 30 years? Somebody tell me, how long would you keep thread? The Cricut we did, the washies we did, craft supplies. I feel like I have decluttered 99% of craft supplies for me. The only thing I have kept is stuff for the girls because sometimes, for example, my youngest is in high school, in a school, and sometimes they'll have a project where they have to use craft supplies. So I do keep a certain amount of that stuff because every time I get rid of it, poor thing has a project and it's like, hey, what happened to the books I'm not going to reread? I'm not a rereader. Games that we're not going to play as a family. Videos, DVDs that we're not going to watch, or we don't want to watch them on a DVD player anymore. Exercise equipment. We actually have a punching bag in the basement. That was Francois's. And I think Ava's used it a few times, but I haven't heard or seen anyone use it in a long time. I think it needs to go. Also, we have a basketball hoop outside. And I think the problem with the hoop is you put something in the base of it so that it will be weighted down, and then it makes it impossible to move. So I don't even know. And then I was even thinking leftovers we won't eat. I mean, I don't always feel bad about having leftovers. It is really hard to cook the exact amount you're going to eat unless you're on a program like Optavia. Like if my whole family was on Optavia, it'd be so easy because you weigh and measure everything before you cook it. And then you're supposed to eat it all. You're not supposed to leave it. So unless you're sick or something. But normally it is hard to know. And we might keep something thinking someone will eat it, and then if they don't. And like my last refrigerator just a couple days ago, it was like 3
Rubbermaids, so that really wasn't a lot for me to be throwing away. One was like half an enchilada. I mean, it was this big. Another was curry, and Ava had made that because they had friends over. So, you know, you're making a big batch for friends. They ate it leftover like for 2 days, so it wasn't like they didn't eat any leftovers. And then the other was pork tacos. Again, I know Rachel ate that at least 2 days. So it wasn't like we didn't eat the leftovers. It's just that it was just too much. And that was a hard one to judge. I'm not trying to make excuses. I mean, I have admitted fully that it's something I'm working on. And but that was a hard one because there was a bone in the pork. So it was hard to guess how much pork to buy. Anyway, it happens. But leftovers could be another like fantasy declutter where you're like keeping things thinking you're going to eat it and then you don't eat it. Let me know any fantasy items you think of that could be in your house that you might at some point be ready to declutter. So this was fun, actually. I love having my office decluttered again and cleaner. So as always, remember that God loves you. I love you too. I can't wait to see you next time, which will probably be tomorrow.